I'm John Dickerson in Washington. We're coming to you live with a special report. 14 children and 1 teacher are dead after an elementary school shooting in Uvalde, Texas. Governor Greg Abbott of Texas confirmed the death toll in a press conference earlier, and confirmed also that the suspect is dead. Uvalde, Texas is about 80 miles west of San Antonio. The FBI and Department of Homeland Security are involved. And let's listen now to what the governor said earlier.
The shooter was Salvador Ramos, an 18-year-old male who resided in Uvalde. It's believed that he abandoned his vehicle and entered into the Robb Elementary School in Uvalde with a handgun, and he may have also had a rifle, but that is not yet confirmed according to my most recent report. He shot and killed horrifically, incomprehensibly, 14 students and killed a teacher. Mr. Ramos, the shooter, he himself is deceased, and is believed that responding officers killed him.
Senior investigative correspondent Catherine Herridge is with me. Catherine, we've also just learned that South Texas Blood is sending blood to Uvalde, Texas, to help with at least 12 other children who are being treated.
Yeah, that's right. Just from a federal law enforcement standpoint, what we're seeing is assistance not only from Homeland Security but other federal agencies with the investigation, but also what I'll call the human piece of supporting the people in Uvalde, Texas. The Homeland Security Secretary, we've learned, has been briefed, and also agents from Customs and Border Protection went to the scene immediately, like a surge capacity, to assist, and at least 1, perhaps as many as 2, were injured in the process. That gives you a sense, I think, John, of the scale of this shooting, and as we just heard from the governor, the sense of the firepower involved, and that is where, of course, the ATF can also assist.
Here we have pictures of a vehicle that may very well be what Governor Abbott referred to, that Salvador Ramos, the suspect who's been shot, who's been killed. We don't know if that's his vehicle. It could very well be. We're also joined by Kathy Guider, a former FBI agent. She is joining us. Kathy, what is the FBI doing right now?
The FBI is going to be gathering information. So since we know a suspect's name, they're going to be talking to the suspect's family members, mother, father, brothers, sisters. What did they know? When did they know it? They're going to be trying to learn everything they can about this child. So as was already mentioned, social media. What social media platforms was he on? What was he posting? Things of that nature. They're going to be talking to maybe classmates. If he's 18, he may or may not be in school, but they're going to be talking to everybody around the suspect.
And we're joined now by Derek Gonzalez, who joins us on the telephone. Derek, I understand that you were in an auto body shop nearby when you heard gunshots. What did you hear?
Yes, sir. I have an automotive and tire shop nearby, and we were going to go to lunch, my worker and I. And when we were going to lunch, we started hearing gunshots before we got in the truck, and then they started coming out more and more. So we got in the truck and we went around the corner, which is Robb School, and that's when we saw the funeral home people. They were crying and yelling to be careful because people are shooting.
And Derek, when you say funeral home people there, that's because there's a funeral home nearby the school. Is that right?
Yes, sir.
And I understand you had relatives in the school. Your niece and nephew were in the school?
Yes, I got nieces and nephew there, and then my aunt, she's a 4th grade teacher there at Robb.
What are they okay?
Yes, sir, they're okay. Because that's the first thing I went in my head when I heard everything, too, because my aunt was in there, and then I got family members there, too. So
how did you find out, Derek, that they were okay?
Like 30 minutes later, I was making calls, and then there was officers out there, and then I was telling my aunt was there, and then I guess they were escorting the kids out of the classes, and my aunt went into the funeral home where they were putting all the kids and the teachers in.
And Derek, when you said we were headed out to lunch and you heard the gunshots, how many do you think you heard?
There was at least maybe 5 or 6.
And have you had a chance to talk to your aunt or any of your relatives?
I was talking to my cousin, which is her mom, and my cousin's, which is her daughter,
yeah.
My aunt, and she was saying that she was okay, but she was close by in that same building.
And she was saying that your aunt was okay, or that your...
Yeah, everybody was okay.
And did they describe what it was like from inside the building?
Yeah, they said it was that they just could hear screaming, and then there was like a silence after that. I guess where they were all hiding. I guess the teachers were probably telling everybody to get down.
Because they've been trained.
Yes, our teachers, they go through a training when stuff like this happens, where they have to lock the doors and get under the desk.
Derek, you mentioned that you're very close by to this. There's the funeral home. Can you tell us a little bit about your community?
Yes, the community where I live in, Uvalde, Texas. It's a community like it's a small community where we're all together, and in the neighborhood where the school's at, everybody knows each other. Everybody has grown up around there, and we're always there for each other. And when when we heard all this, well, all the neighborhoods started coming out, running to the school, because we know everybody has family there at the school.
And what was your first reaction when you heard the shooting? Did you immediately know what it was?
Yes, because we here in Uvalde, there's a lot of activities to go like hunting and all that. But I knew we're not in hunting season right now, so I said this is not something like somebody's doing to like sport activity. It's somebody shooting for real. So that's when I knew there was something going on.
All right, Derek Gonzalez, thank you so much. We're glad to hear the good news that your relatives are safe. Thank you for being with us.
Thank you, sir. Bye.
Just to update those of you who are joining us, Governor of Texas Abbott has confirmed that 14 children and 1 teacher have been killed in an elementary school shooting in Uvalde, Texas. That's about 80 miles from San Antonio. There are also as many as a dozen other children being treated. Blood is being sent into the area to deal with the wounded. I'm here with Catherine Herridge. Catherine, we've been talking about the federal law enforcement response to this. Do we expect that agents are already on the planes headed there?
I don't want to speculate in this situation, but based on my experience, they'll try and assist with the personnel they already have on the ground, because like in many states, they have fusion centers and joint terrorism task forces where they have essentially federal officers who are in that state. So that's what I would expect first and foremost, as opposed to surging assets in from Washington, because it's so time-consuming. But they're going to be taking the same kind of procedure. Now that the suspect has been identified, doing a scrub of all of their social media so that they can build a profile, trying to understand whether this person acted alone, whether there was premeditation, it was sort of a flash-to-bang situation where it was precipitated very quickly. But I think most importantly, the access to the weapons. This person is 18 years old. We're doing our research on what the carry laws are in Texas. I think based on the reporting I'm seeing so far that it's actually 21. Okay, so he's 18 years old. So how did someone who was 18 get a hold of at least 1, possibly 2 weapons to use at an elementary school? So these are all of the sort of the backward tracing that federal authorities can do to support the locals who are really dealing with a very human situation right on their hands right now.
Kathy Geider, retired special agent, is with us. Kathy, Catherine just mentioned that delicate balance of the FBI wanting to get in and move as quickly to find all the details of the crime as possible, while you also have a community that is in shock and grieving and overwhelmed by this. How do FBI agents carry out that balance?
Well, she was correct. They're going to use agents on the ground, like from the San Antonio office or the Houston office will come in. And, you know, FBI agents go through excessive training every year on all different kinds of topics and a lot of training in the academy. So, they know how to balance dealing with victims versus dealing with the suspects. And they're going to do, what they need to do. And there's going to be many. Some will be dealing with the suspect's family. Some will be dealing more with the firearm side of it and assisting ATF possibly. Some will be dealing with the social media side. So everybody has a role. They'll know their role, and they'll fit in there and all work together.
Kathy, the social media side, this is clearly a part of these shootings that we've seen increasingly as a part of our culture, the attempt by those perpetrating them to get attention. How does the FBI think about that as a part of these kinds of incidents?
Well, there's several different types of cyber squads within the FBI, and so you have more of the forensic nature that works on the background side, the back side of it, and then you have those who deal more with the information processing. So they're going to look at all aspects of it to see how often he posted, what platforms he posted on, and as we know, like this generation, the 18-year-old. That's their kind of their life. That's how they communicate for a lot of the time, is putting stuff on social media and out in public source. So all of that is going to be reviewed to kind of see what was his pattern, what was his history, and how did it lead up to this day and time.
And Catherine, we can imagine also, we've been talking about the federal response. We can imagine that this will be something that the president, he's overseas, but after having gone to Buffalo, President Biden, this has now become a part of the role of the modern presidency to speak to these kinds of moments that tear open a community and, in fact, the whole nation.
And as we discussed earlier, there is that bigger context picture. Just this week, we had this FBI active shooter report that found that between 2020 and 2021, we saw an increase of over 50%. And if you go back to 2017, so this pre-pandemic period, we see an increase in active shootings by 96%. And last year, 61 across 30 states. So this is not just concentrated in one part of the country. This is really diffuse.
And did the report mention any of the causes for why those numbers are up?
Again, I don't want to speculate. I would like to look a little bit further, because that was my question. Like, what is the common thread here, if there is a common thread?
Kathy, let me bring you in on this question. I mean, as Catherine is mentioning, this happens in a larger context, the numbers of these active shooters increasing. What does your expertise tell you about, as Catherine mentioned, this is happening all across the country. What does your expertise tell you about the root causes, or what, for those of us who are looking for wisdom in this moment of tragedy, where we could find that in those numbers of active shooters that have gone up?
Well, I don't have a psychological background or degree, but I think there's probably a lot of factors that add into this. A lot of these kids for the last 2 years, their schooling systems, the way they went to school was changed and disrupted. Their friend patterns and their ability to communicate and connect with their friends was changed. I'm not saying that makes it right in any way, shape, or form. I'm just saying what a lot of kids have gone through has made a lot of difference to their psyche, to their personalities. Also, they have grown up with social media where, when I was in middle school, I didn't stay on a phone all day long. I wasn't posting selfies. We had different ways of growing emotionally that these kids don't have today, or a different way of growing emotionally. So I think there's a lot of factors that play into what we're seeing happen.
Our Janet Chamlian, who's based in Texas, is with us now. She's joining us on the phone because she's on her way to Uvalde, Texas. Janet, tell us what you can about this community.
Hi, John. It's a small town. The next closest town is San Antonio, of any considerable size. I believe it's about 15,000 people. I have been there before. It's a lot of ranches and open space, if you will. I do know that there is a Customs and Border Patrol checkpoint near that community. Apparently, it's only about 3 miles from the elementary school, and the roads through Uvalde and through Uvalde County are regularly patrolled by Customs and Border Patrol because it's sometimes considered a route up. Well, it is a route up from the southern Texas-Mexico border. And in this case, we are learning that Customs and Border Patrol did respond in some way to this tragedy. But Uvalde is not like a lot of big cities in Texas. It's very small. It's remote, and while we never expect anything like this to happen anywhere, it seems an extremely unlikely place in the Lone Star State, John.
And Janet, that might account, would it, the fact that you had Border Patrol officers in the area would account, because there looks like there's quite a law enforcement presence that would be, oh, sorry, Janet, we have a press conference here. Let's tune in.
Please understand at this time, we will be making a statement and not taking any questions. So we please ask, at this time, we will be making a statement and not taking any questions. Here to provide a statement is our Uvalde CISD Chief Police, Pete Arredondo.
Good afternoon. As she mentioned, I'm going to make a statement, and at this point we won't take any questions. We will give you a time when we'll be addressing the media soon. At approximately 11:32 a.m. this morning, there was a mass casualty incident at Robb Elementary School in Uvalde, Texas. The school has children that are in 2nd, 3rd, and 4th grade. I can confirm right now that we have several injuries, adults and students, and we do have some deaths. The suspect is deceased at this point. DPS is assisting with the investigation. And at this point, the investigation is leading to tell us that the suspect did act alone during this heinous crime. Families are being notified, and we are providing services to them as the district should. As far as the rest of the district is concerned, safety measures were taken to make sure that we had a safe release for the rest of the district throughout our city of Uvalde. And had numerous law enforcement officers and agencies that assisted with the safety release for those students. We do want to keep all their families in their prayers. I hope you do as well. And we also want to respect the privacy of the family. Everything is still being worked on, and again, we'll notify the parents and the families as soon as we have some news for them. Thank you so much.
We greatly appreciate standing and patience with us. Please know at this time, we are only making a statement, and we will be releasing more information as the investigation continues. We appreciate your courtesy. At this time, it concludes our press conference. Thank you.
We were just listening there to the report from the local Uvalde police, affirming some of what we already know, which was that at 11:32 local time, there was a mass casualty event. That's about 5 hours ago. The suspect acted alone, they say, and no questions. Governor Abbott of Texas has previously reported that 14 children and 1 teacher were killed in the elementary school there. We also heard from the press conference just now that the grades were 2, 3, and 4 in the elementary school there. The shooter who acted alone is deceased. We also have reports that there are 12 other children being treated in local hospitals, and blood is being rushed to the area from outside of Uvalde, and parents are being still notified, according to the press conference we just heard. Do we still have Janet?
Yes,
Janet,
I'm here.
we were talking, there's quite a law enforcement presence in this very small town. Would that be because it's, as you were mentioning, there's the Border Patrol in Uvalde?
So there are stations, of course, all across Texas, and specifically these highways that come up from South Texas and the Mexico-Texas border. And there is a station there, but my guess is at this point, resources are coming in from San Antonio, and as you were discussing earlier, probably already en route from Dallas and Houston. The Border Patrol stations are generally not largely staffed, but would respond to an emergency at a school when called upon, and are generally armed as they patrol the Texas roads.
Kathy Geider is also with us. She's a retired special agent for the FBI. Kathy, we just heard the suspect acted alone. How does that change the scope of what the FBI would be doing now in this immediate aftermath of the shooting?
It's not really going to change a lot. It just maybe decreases their workload, a slight bit, since they only have one person to focus on. So once again, they're going to be going to that person's family residence. They're going to be talking to the family. They're going to be talking to maybe coworkers if he had a job. They're going to talk to friends, neighbors. Like I said, they're also going to be gathering any social media information, gathering any devices, a telephone, a laptop, and they're going to be working on all of those. So it just means most likely one person whose information they're going through rather than multiple if there was more than one suspect.
We've also just been informed that the president, who is in the air, has been informed of the shooting. That's all we know, but that he has been informed. Catherine, were you?
No, I just think, like so many folks who are listening at home, John, I think the details of that last press conference, we knew it was a shooting at an elementary school, and now we know that it was really the youngest, the smallest, the most vulnerable children that were targeted, according to the police, by the suspect. And I just, on a personal note, it's very hard to get your mind around an 18-year-old singling out children of that age with one or perhaps two weapons.
That's right. And continuing the carnage, we have no additional details at the moment. Governor Abbott of Texas telling us earlier that 14 children and one teacher have been killed in Uvalde, Texas, at an elementary school shooting. We have as many as a dozen other children are in the hospital being treated. The local parents are still being notified. School parents are being notified from this mass casualty event at the school where second, third, and fourth graders attended school, and the shooting started about 5 hours ago. The suspect acted alone, and we've been seeing pictures of a vehicle on the school grounds that looks to have been the shooters. Governor Abbott of Texas named the shooter Salvador Ramos, an 18-year-old. He has been killed. We don't know what weaponry he used, but it was quite a lot of firepower given the casualties that we have so far. Kathy, what else strikes you as you've been thinking about this mass casualty event and how agents would be responding to it?
Right, so they're going to be trying to put together a timeline. What was this 18-year-old doing in the last 24, 48 hours? What was he reading? What was he watching? Movies, videos, TikTok, YouTube videos. What was he doing? What was his mindset? And that's going to be very important to talk to his family. What did they see him doing? And, was he alone? Was he being quiet? Or was he, being loud and boisterous about what he was about to do? So they're going to really try to gather as much information as they can about the suspect, trying to put together this timeline, this psychological profile of who he was.
And now, Senator Chris Murphy is speaking on the Senate floor. Let's listen.
Reliving stepping over their classmates' bodies as they tried to flee the school. In one classroom, that word was monkey. And over and over and over through the day, kids would stand up and yell, "Monkey!" And a teacher or a paraprofessional would have to go over to that kid, take them out of the classroom, talk to them about what they had seen, work them through their issues. Sandy Hook will never, ever be the same. This community in Texas will never, ever be the same. Why? Why are we here? If not to try to make sure that fewer schools and fewer communities go through what Sandy Hook has gone through, what Uvalde is going through. Our heart is breaking for these families. Every ounce of love and thoughts and prayers we can send, we are sending. But I'm here on this floor to beg, to literally get down on my hands and knees and beg my colleagues. Find a path forward here. Work with us to find a way to pass laws that make this less likely. I understand my Republican colleagues will not agree to everything that I may support, but there is a common denominator that we can find. There is a place where we can achieve agreement that may not guarantee that America never, ever again sees a mass shooting, that may not overnight cut in half the number of murders that happen in America. It will not solve the problem of American violence by itself. But by doing something, we at least stop sending this quiet message of endorsement to these killers whose brains are breaking, who see the highest levels of government doing nothing, shooting after shooting. What are we doing? Why are we here? What are we doing? I yield the floor.
Chris Murphy. That was Senator Chris Murphy, former congressman of the 5th District of Connecticut, which included the Sandy Hook Elementary School, where in 2012, 26 people were killed. And Chris Murphy just on the floor of the Senate. We have just learned begging for some kind of gun legislation and that the parties come together to address these kinds of massacres. President Biden has been briefed on this horrific shooting in Texas at the Robb Elementary School. The White House says he will speak this evening when he arrives back from his trip to Asia. And here is the latest from Uvalde, Texas. 14 children and 1 teacher are dead after a shooting at Robb Elementary School. We know the 18-year-old suspect is also dead. Our coverage will continue on CBS News streaming, your local news, and tonight on the CBS Evening News. This has been a CBS News special report. I'm John Dickerson in Washington.